Well, 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 it's time for another episode of Thrift and Gift, my all-time favorite series that we do over here. I love this so much. If you're new here, this is a series where I do a deep dive on one of you. I learn a lot about you, what you want, what you dream of, your aspirations, your career, your lifestyle, your day-to-day activities, and I do a deep dive on your mood board as well. And then I go to my favorite, most chaotic, large thrift store, and I do my very best to thrift you a capsule wardrobe. This is Tara. I love the name Tara because, as you might know, one of the most essential people over here on this channel is also named Tara. Tara edits all of these videos and she's an icon and a queen, so I assume that you are also an icon and a queen. Tara says that she is in Seattle. Let me just read you some of this verbatim. She says, I feel like I'm in such a style rut. I no longer know how to dress myself as someone who's getting older. The mature clothes feel wrong and then the 20-year-old clothes also feel weird. She's 30 now. She says, I love being trendy, but I find myself wearing basic t-shirts all the time because it's the easiest thing to shop for online and I know will look fine. But she's in Seattle. Winters are rainy, so they're still getting some cold days. Summers have been a little sunnier, a little less rainy in recent years. She's definitely searching for oversized jackets. A dream would be a leather jacket, but she knows that's almost impossible to find. She loves denim jeans, but she has way too many pairs. But if they have any unique, funky kind of denim, she's open to that. She loves color, but gravitates mostly to black and white. Her mood board is almost exclusively black and white. She's a cool winter, so that color palette is normally best on her. And she loves light gold accessories. I feel like this is a fun new challenge because we haven't done someone with this mood board before, which we're about to do a deep dive into this mood board, really dissect it, really pull it apart. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how to also submit. At this point, I have well over 1,000 submissions. Guys, I told you in the last video to clickbait me, and you did so good at clickbaiting me that they're like just my first page of emails. I wanted to shop for every single one of you. It's so hard to decide. And now I'm gonna need you to start also creating my titles for my videos so that I get more clicks too. Thank you very much. Let's go look at the mood board. She has a great Pinterest board, like very cohesive, very thorough, well fleshed out. At first glance, quickly scrolling through, almost everything's black and white. I see a little bit of like a deep, it's like a wine red. I see quite a bit actually of a deep forest green. I see some suede and some suede tones. Like there's actually a cardigan that's almost like a rusty suede color. There's a jacket that is a suede color. There is some fun pattern, which I really like. I see leopard print. I see some checkered patterns. There actually is one tank in here that, I think it's a face, but it has 3 or 4 colors in it. Yet again, the same green, the same red, but also a little bit of blue, but that's not really repetitive on her mood board, so I'm not gonna read too much into that. And oh boy, are there so many oversized jackets, which I get it. She lives in Seattle. In terms of oversized jackets, there's a lot of leather. There's the same kind of like deep maroon, blood, wine leather as well. Since it is summer, I'm hoping that that either means no one's really looking at the more oversized jacket selection, but also there's a chance that means the thrift stores aren't putting out as much of that currently. So I'm gonna hope for the former, not the latter. There's denim, there's corduroy, there's suede, there's blazers, plaid blazers. I also see great accessories in her mood board. A lot of cute little handbags, layered necklaces, little belts, tiny sunnies. Speaking of accessories, I do have a quick tip for Tara or anybody else that has a kind of more accessory forward wardrobe, especially if we're wanting to elevate some thrifted fits. You can actually borrow luxury designer accessories like handbags and jewelry. There's this platform called Vivrel, and they are partnering with me on today's video. This is the first time a Thrift and Gift has ever been sponsored. I'm so thankful. It's honestly a huge step for me. Vivrel is a membership-based platform, and basically you can borrow these items for a month or longer. You can switch out items every single month, or you can keep it for as long as you want as you're paying monthly. And there's tiers. So tiers start at $45 a month and you can borrow anything within your tier. I've been borrowing this little YSL handbag for a while now. Michel 30 gets you 30% off your first month, and also it's gonna bump you to the top of the wait list because there is currently a wait list. So I'm gonna have a QR code on screen, and I think it's a brilliant concept, especially if you have upcoming events or like vacations, or maybe it's your birthday month, you just wanna treat yourself and you don't wanna like buy a luxury handbag. I wouldn't, but I would borrow. You know? Thank you to Vivrel for partnering with me on this video. Okay, let's go shop. Maybe it's just summer, kids are off of school, but it is packed in here today. And so I'm feeling, A, distracted, but B, a little overwhelmed. And I'm just grabbing anything that could possibly work in the slightest. And look at my cart so far. I've grabbed any black or white button down that I think could possibly work. And I'll look through them later. And then I'm iffy about that. The only graphic t-shirt that I thought had a chance is this one, but I don't know how she feels about cropped. So I'm also gonna check the men's aisle, but she has some graphic tees on her board. So we got a lot to go through later to decide. This is not quite her mood board style, but I am obsessed with that collar. It's vintage, it's so cute. I just really have to decide if I feel like that could fit her mood board at all. It might be a little too vintagey and not enough like grungy 90s. So in her email she said she only wanted denim if it was like pretty unique and different. And I just found these pants that are like cargo jeans, and they're wide leg and they're exactly her size. So I Googled them and they're normally pretty expensive and they're $14.99 here. I might get her just I feel like that blurs the line between denim and cargo, but is very cool girl, wide leg. I normally don't look down the pants aisle too much just because, oh my gosh, I just got scared. I was like, someone's over here. It's a head. Just because pants are so hard to shop for people, but I was just walking through it and those just jumped out at me. So maybe it's a sign. I'm grabbing so much stuff. I don't know if any of it works, to be honest. All the other aisles, especially the shirt aisles, are so packed. Ooh, Levi's. Rib cage. Okay, I'm getting distracted again. I wish this wasn't a set. It comes with a skirt that I don't love, but the jacket is so her, and it's like vintage, but vintage new with tags. But since it has a skirt, it's like sold as a set. I might surf around, and if there's no other blazer, come back to it, but I feel like that does fit her mood board. She loves mock necks, and this is kind of that wine color that she seems to like too. But it's a bodysuit and it's a large, and she asked for mediums. I do feel like that would be such a good layering piece, but just sizing wise, since it's a bodysuit, I think it's too risky, but I like it. Guys, I found a couple real leather jackets. One's an 8, one, the tag is blocking it so I can't see, but this is, it's between like a chocolate brown with like a little bit of red undertone. That's pretty cool. This one's a little smaller, and I feel like all of her fits are super oversized. So maybe I get the other one. I think this is real leather. This one for sure, I can see the tag. The price of this one makes me think it is, but it's like blocked. All I can see is the lining. Okay, I'm coming to look at more of a full-size body mirror. I do think that this is too fitted for her. So I think I'm gonna get the other one. I also found a Gap denim that's like extra large, I think, but I'm gonna see if that one reads as oversized. Though this is not her size, I like the way it fits. I like the structure of it. So I think that this is gonna be yes for denim. It is super distressed, which I don't know how she feels about distressing, but I just would rather get a slouchy fit than one that is going to be too like tight and cropped. Okay, a couple other things I found. This is genuine leather exterior. It almost looks like a snake skin. I think that the pockets are a little too like 2014, but I think it's a good find in terms of material, but I don't think it's as retro enough or, you know, modern enough. And then I found this blazer. I don't know, I'm also just gonna look at how full my cart has gotten. Oh, I found this for me. I got distracted. I thought that was fun. But I really need to go through this soon. It's getting excessive. She has a lot of inspo pictures that have like a structured white collared shirt under a blazer, and I'm debating if I want to get her like a silkier, kind of sexier version or like a super crisp structured version. She has a lot of little black tanks, and I really did not find, she has some that are button down cream tanks, so I'm like, do I get her a button down black tank, or do I get her this like kind of silky? Honestly, she doesn't have much like this on her mood board. I think I'm decided on this. The decisions are so hard. Okay, I'm officially in line, and I've narrowed down my cart to this much stuff. Taken off all the hangers. There's a few tops in here I haven't showed y'all yet, so can't wait to do the haul when we get home. But also, I have this shirt in 3 colors, and I love it so much. I already have it in this color, or else I would get that. Oh my gosh, I'm in the checkout line, and I'm almost to the front, and I've just found this vintage Focal watch in that color that she has pinned several times, and I feel like that's a perfect way to add some color to her outfits. Oh, it's so pretty with almost like that pearlescent stone face. Oh yes, that's great. I think I overdid it. It's gonna be $1 zillion to ship, but I think it was worth it. Let's look at these things. I kind of feel like first let's start with all the jackets, because that was one of the big main hopes for her out of all of these. After trying on a couple real leather jackets, wait, okay, yes. I couldn't remember if this was the one that I couldn't see the tag. This is the one that says shell genuine leather, and then the lining is cotton, etc., etc. I think the color of this perfectly matches the color of this photo on her Pinterest board. It has a little bit of a petticoat cut to it, but overall is still a slouchy leather jacket. Hopefully she finds that interesting and cool, but let's like properly take a look at it. I think it's playful and fun in a very subtle, still sophisticated, kind of vintage way. I think the collar is very 90s, and then the length is very 90s, but then this little detail, it's like adds a little bit of sweetness, a little femininity to something that's otherwise pretty masculine and structured. So yeah, I'm proud of this one. Okay, she has so much black and white pattern, whether it's more of like a checkered, more of a stripe. So when I saw this, I was like, black and white pattern. I don't know how she feels about herringbone. I feel like this is houndstooth. I don't know how she feels about houndstooth. I feel like some people love it, some people hate it. So I feel like this will hopefully bring her that black and white pattern and be something that she can layer. In the spring, have something light underneath it. In the winter, have like a turtleneck underneath it, or black mini skirt and tights. Let's see. Okay, no matter how you feel about houndstooth, I think that the fit of this is pretty cool as well. The sleeves are a little long. I wonder if they're long on her, if it's odd to have them a little cuffed, but also long line slouchy sleeves does give that oversized kind of effortless look where things aren't too tailored and too tight, but just kind of slouchy. I think I'm glad I got it. And then of course there were quite a few kind of retro vintage denim jackets. Gap, classic. The distressing I'm torn on, but the wash I love. So let's take a clearer look at that as well. I love this jacket. I love it. I cuffed the sleeves to make it look kind of intentionally this size, because I think sometimes when you size up, the only time it's obvious is when the sleeves are too long. But also, I need to cut this. I forgot, I just filmed my couch segment and I forgot about this watch. So much of her mood board has just minimal color, black, white, cream, but with a pop of a red accessory. And I feel like something like this with just a very simple outfit does add a little something fun and unexpected and a little bit of color. So how cute. How cute. I like it. I really wanted to find like an acid washed or just like super washed kind of lightened, faded, vintage graphic t-shirt. This was the best I could do. I do like how part of it is embroidered. It is cropped, but it feels retro. I don't know this brand. Orange Kiss is the brand, but bonus points, 100% cotton. I know more and more people are caring about that these days, of not wanting like polyester, rayon, or whatever. They're looking for cotton, linen, silk, just 100% natural fibers. So I think I did okay. I think this is a very fun little pop of something, just like the watch. And the last thing we tried on, all black, a little pop of red. I feel like that theme was very present on her board. And this crop is not so intense to where it's gonna be like, oh, holy midriff, you know what I mean? So the feel of it, so comfy. And the way it would pair with some denim on top, very fun for a casual Friday night out. Casual Saturday around town. You know what I mean? I like these together a lot, actually. Okay, time for a wild card. She literally ended her email. Wait, I want to read this verbatim. If you pick me, go crazy. I need to expand my style. So this is me trying to expand her style. It is solid black. So in her comfort zone, I found this shirt. It is by Express Design Studio, which is that different from just Express? Do they have a different like subcategory? I don't know. But I thought that this was just kind of an interesting shirt. It has this buckle under the bust that I think looks so 90s. And either this is gonna look like cool fashion it girl, or it's gonna look like, what is that? So we'll decide that together and see if we do indeed want to include this in her box or not. I'm a little torn. Why do I feel like it's kind of cool? Am I delusional? It is right at that cusp that she says she struggles with, of wanting to feel mature and 30, but like not so mature that it's like, but still cool and young, but not so young that it's like I think it's somewhere in there. It has that nod to Gen Z for sure, of that was clearly vintage, thrifted, retro, 90s, a little bit quirky, but it still has the sophistication, and this could definitely be kind of sexied up for a date night. An updo, like a claw clip, some of those cute little kitten heels, maybe some slacks. I think it could be fun. Definitely a bag. Like, I think it has the potential, but maybe I'm delusional and I don't exactly, maybe I'm delusional. Over and over and over again, there's a white button-down, crisp collared shirt to be layered with jeans, a blazer, some heels. Here's just one of the many examples. And in the store, I was debating, do we go like the silkier route or do we go the super structured, almost dress shirt route? She also has some fits that are a little more summer. Also, the bag in this looks so much like the bag I'm borrowing right now, of denim shorts, structured shirt, hat, bag. So because of that, I went more structured. And I got this one. This is, it says non-iron, which actually, yeah, it's not very wrinkly, so that's pretty cool. Jones, New York signature. Just kind of looks like a classic little dress shirt. So see how it fits. Actually, let's try it on with the pants that I got. These are not my size, but at least we can still get a feel for them. No pressure, Tara, if it doesn't work out. I just thought that these were really cool. The wash of them is fun. It almost has a little bit of a yellow undertone in a nice way. Saying that out loud makes it sound like someone peed their pants, but acid washed denim, I think, would be kind of the best way to describe this. And it feels good, guys. It feels not at all restrictive, a very just flexible cottony type of denim. So let's actually try those on together. That's kind of fun. Why not? First, just the shirt. Here's a look at it by itself, worn open. The sleeves are a little 3/4 sleeve, which I couldn't quite tell on the hanger. I don't know how she's gonna feel about that. It makes it feel a nod to before the 90s. What was that? 60s, 70s, where a lot of the sleeves were a little more cropped. But especially as a layering piece, I think it should be fine. For example, under a leather jacket, very fun, very cool. I do feel cool in all these outfits. But let's try it on with those pants. I do think these are just cool. The pockets, I mean, hopefully they fit her. Pants are hard. It's okay if they don't. If they don't, girl, resell them. Because these are new, like 120 bucks. So you could probably sell these for like 40 bucks. This is a length at the full body of them. And I think that they are very chill to where you could wear them barefoot to the beach. If you do that sort of thing in Seattle. Seattle's coastal, but why do I never think of people going to the beaches that live in Seattle? Or sneakers, heels to dress them up, depending on your height and like where they hit first time. So we do have 3 shirts left, and I fear that when they're together, you can't even tell them apart because they're all black knits. First and foremost, just a classic black crew neck sweater. I wanted to find her a really high quality one, and I found one from Banana Republic, and I said, say less. It's a medium. It's exactly the sizing she asked for. It has kind of an in-between fit, I think. We'll see how it fits, but to where it's not cropped, but it's not so long lined to where she can kind of style it either way with something low rise, something high rise, just versatile. I'm thinking capsule wardrobe-esque. It has a little bit of a mock neck. Let's see how it fits. Just a classic, just a staple layering wardrobe piece. It's very comfy. I like the line of it. Actually, it's kind of folded. So here's the line of it down, but I love just letting sweaters just kind of naturally do that. And hopefully comes in handy with some layering under some of the jackets and things. Then something a little fun, she has a couple mesh shirts on her board. Like this one reads very edgy, grungy, but this outfit, you see this mesh shirt to be layered under a tee. So when I saw this, I thought, similar. You could style this under something or over something. So you can kind of play with how to style this. If you're feeling really edgy, you could just wear a bralette under this in the summer, or a long sleeve shirt, or just so many different ways that you could wear this. So I wanna try it on and see what we think, but that's just something fun to play with. I think it has potential and can be worn definitely in the summer, which is a nice mix to all of these kind of more wintry clothes. I forgot to mention this is new with tags, so that's a huge perk, but I think the way I would style this is tank or bralette underneath, some wide leg slouchy black pants, but then like a chunky necklace, some sort of like big gold statement necklace. Like I love the necklaces that people have been wearing a lot lately that have a ton of big charms, and kind of let that be the personality on top of these layered textures. I think is a really fun outfit opportunity. Also though, the outfit that she has, the light wash blue denim shorts and a ball cap and a bag and sneakers, I feel like this could be fun to do in that kind of world as well. Could be dressed up or dressed down definitely, and is very comfortable. And lastly, her board does have a lot of black tanks. So I wanted to find her something, but I wanted it to feel a little bit interesting, and I was kind of torn between a couple, and I decided that this would be our best bet. This is kind of long line, but she could also wear the buttons slightly unbuttoned if she wants it to read a little more cropped. I thought it was a fun fit because it has a waistline and then kind of an A-line shape beyond that. But I thought that this was hopefully something that kind of fits the vibe of her board. It is an XL, but I don't feel like it looks like it fits an XL. I feel like it looks like it would fit medium just fine. So I guess let's try it on. Let's see what we think. Okay, I think this is really actually very fun. Like I said, if she wants it to read more cropped, you can just unbutton more buttons and have like a little bit of this showing. But it is long line in the back. I feel like it would fit a medium just fine. I typically wear it in tops, small, extra small. I think it looks fine on my sizing too. You know, I think it's a very versatile shirt. You could also wear it completely open. You could do it however you want. Kind of no flops, just one big wild card. I don't know, maybe I'm speaking too soon. We'll see how these things fit her. Also, I'm laying out some things to add to her package. I'm gonna package it up and ship it out tomorrow, but y'all know I like to try to make it as much like a little PR package as possible, so I like to add in some goodies. So we got from Boy Smells. Boy Smells, I know they're candles, but I guess they have perfumes now. This is Wood For Ya. It smells so good. This is the type of scent I like. Woody, kind of earthy, gender neutral. So one of their perfumes. I got some mascara for her from L'Oreal. In honor of the bag I've been borrowing, I also have some YSL lippies for her. I got a couple different shades of this very coveted lipstick that I think could go well. These are like kind of deeper. They're both kind of in this shade range. Cannot wait to get this packaged up and shipped out to her tomorrow. As you know, we normally end this series with feedback from the episode before. I usually ask for people to send photos or just general thoughts so that we can kind of have like a conclusion to the previous episode. I normally go more time between filming these episodes, but I'm about to leave in like 48 hours for almost 2 weeks. And so I wanted to get this filmed before I left town. So because of that, I'm doing this next episode pretty soon after the last. And our last recipient, Kelly, I followed up with her over email. She's actually been out of town. So she hasn't even opened her box yet, but she did confirm that family got the package, brought it inside. If it's okay with you guys, next episode, hopefully we have double feedback, some from Kelly, some from Tara. Buckle up because next one might be a long one. We might have some double feedback if all goes well, and I'm so excited to see what Tara thinks about all of these things. Just in case you haven't seen this before, I would love for you to still submit. If you have previously submitted, feel free to bump it back up to the top of the inbox. If you've forgotten any information previously, there's a chance that maybe that's why I haven't chosen you yet. As a refresher, you could submit yourself to michelthriftsandgifts@gmail.com. The more information, the better. And if you want to clickbait me in the title, that is actually so helpful. And then send me photos of yourself, send me your mood board, your sizing, your wish list, what you like, what you don't like, your address. That's very, very important. If you want shoes, your shoe sizes, just the more information, the better. It helps me get a full picture. Feel free to link your social media as well. I just want to like fully understand you, who you are. I love you guys. I hope you have the best rest of your day. I cannot wait for the next one. I'm just like hyped on these. Again, thank you to Vivrel for partnering with me on this video. I will have my code down below if you want to try borrowing some designer things. You can use Michel30 to get 30% off your first month and also get bumped to the top of that wait list because there is a wait list. So that's helpful. Okay, I need to stop chatting. I love you and I will see you so soon. Vlogs coming soon. Mwah. Bye.